Alrighty, so today's the day that we cut these down. Jerusalem artichokes, perennial sunflowers. We'll cut them down. We'll cut them down to about, I don't know, a foot or so off the ground. And that way we can grab a hold of what's still there and pull the roots. Dig them up. I'm not sure how many we're going to get. They're probably 10 to 12 foot tall. They're in an 8 foot by 8 foot square box, raised bed. Earlier this year I put a string around there because they want to fall over. As you can see, there's a big gap in the spacing right there. But that's what it is today. That's today's chore. Cutting these down and harvesting them. I'll step you through it step by step on what we do here. So here we go. All right, I just wanted to go through and explain a little bit more. I'll take a machete and cut them down. Then I'll lay all the tall stalks on the yard, on the lawn, and I'll cut them up actually, and I'll throw them back on that whenever I'm done with it. But first things first, we gotta cut them down and see what we got. So we'll get cutting. All right, so the old trusty machete makes pretty short work of that big, tall, woody plants. Works pretty slick. I'm gonna go through and clean all the mess up. There is a mess. There is debris everywhere. I'm gonna go through and clean it up. And after I get it cleaned up, out of the middle of the bed, I'll start pulling them up and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so I got most all the top debris gathered up. Made a pretty good sized pile there. It'll be chop and drop, but I don't know that I'll drop it all on this. I may drop it down there where the annual sunflowers was earlier this year. But to harvest these, then all you need to do is, actually there's some there that come up when I was pulling these out. So really all you gotta do is pull them up. There's some nice ones on there. Look how big them are. Them are huge. And just hand dig down in. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start pulling them out. It'll take a little while, so I won't show it all because it's monotonous seeing the same thing over and over again. So I will pull some, and at the end of the video, I'll show you how much we got and how we store these for the winter and what we do with them as far as cooking wise and whatnot. I'll explain that to you. So stick around if you want to see all the ways to take care of them after the harvest. A lot of them in that one plant. A lot of them in there. That's a pretty good harvest off one plant. Wow. Thing is, when you're growing these are perennials. They are in the sunflower family. They're called Jerusalem artichokes, sunchokes. There's several different names for them. But one thing you got to remember when you're harvesting, You'll never find them all. That's a huge one. This one right here, actually, it was starting to get more. Whoop, that come apart. All those will end up getting either tubers or those like that. That were turning green like that, and it was gonna have more stalks come up. So season's over with. They would have froze out here in another week or two anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered at all. But these here will, if you don't get all these out of the ground, they will come back. So, and if you don't harvest them now, every one of these will grow a half a dozen stalks out of it, and each of them will get more and more. So I'll go through and harvest them all, and then I replant. But I'll show you how I replant them here shortly. That's just out of one. That's an amazing harvest out of one so far. All right, so I got them all dug out. Didn't quite fill the wheelbarrow up, but some of them's pretty nice. I mean, them's really nice sun chokes. Drew some artichokes, whatever you want to call them. Them's nice size. They're not all like that. Some of them's little. Of course, them here didn't fall off, but some of them's little like them, but not all of them. Most of them's big. But I got to dig yet. I just pulled them. I didn't dig anything down. I'm gonna dig in about 8 to 10 inches, hopefully, around throughout the whole bed, loosen it up good, and get out what I didn't pull. So, not that I'll get them all, there'll still be some left, but you never get them all. Just like potatoes, you never get them all. But I'm gonna grab the old pitchfork. I'm gonna grab the pitchfork and just start forking them out. So, we'll see here in a little bit how much we actually get. Just gonna dig them out. If I would have dug that in there, it would have been missed. I'm not sure how many more is in here like that, but I'm sure there's a fair bit. See another nice one. And we'll speed it up so you ain't got to watch it all. Okay, so I got them all dug up. I dug down in probably 8 to 10 inches everywhere with the old trusty pitchfork. This pitchfork, one I use all the time. I got it at the flea market for like $8. So you never know what you might find at the flea market. So what I'll do yet this evening is it's getting dark out, so I can't video too much more. So I'm going to level this out, and I'll come back to this bed in a day or two and replant and compost it, and then cover it up with that. I'll chop that stuff up smaller, but I'll go over that in more detail in another day. It's too dark out now, so only thing I'll do off camera is I'll level this bed out yet this evening. Other than that, I won't do anything off camera, so you guys can see how we store those and how we replant those and how we take care of the bed after we replant them. So I think everybody should grow them. That's a lot of calories. A lot of calories in one 8 foot by 8 foot bed. 64 square feet, that's a lot of food. So, and they are delicious too. I'll go over later how we cook them and whatnot. But anyways, it's getting dark, so till we meet again, take care and God bless.